Okay, well, thanks everyone for coming today. Our topic is going to be on scams and cyber threats, and I'll be presenting. My name is Tom Kreuzer. A little bio on myself. I'm known as the PC guy. I'm the son of John Kreuzer. John's in back there, here at Carondelet. And before we go on Tuesday, it's his 99th birthday. So we want to give him a happy birthday there. Or Monday. Excuse me, it's the 27th. It's the 26th. Or Monday, I guess, is the 26th. I was right. It was a Tuesday there. I'm thinking that you have the happy birthday or the January birthday celebrations on Monday. So you'll probably be going to that. I retired after working 40 years at 3M in their information technology. I'm an officer and presenter of the 3M has a personal computing club for over 48 years there. I continue to do it. In fact, I gave this same presentation to the 3M Computing Club earlier today. At its peak, the 3M Personal Computing Club had 1,200 members. I mentioned that I'm thrifty, not cheap. So if there's an inexpensive or a lower cost solution, I'll usually recommend that. Also put in a plug here for I do one-on-one free tech help, 30-minute time slots, usually the first and the third Monday of every month from 1 to 3 p.m. Also, along with me, there's Tom Strum, will also does help the second and the fourth Wednesday from 2:30 to 3:30. And so if you have a question or a problem or anything there, give a call to the front desk to sign up for a slot there. Okay. This is a plug for next month. I do these every month. So next month, our Learn About topic will be the best phone and tablet apps. So we'll be covering a wide range of apps. Actually, the list that I give out is over 300 apps. They're the new and the popular apps from cooking to weather, and most of them are free there. And that'll be February 18th. Also putting in another plug, along with my sister and brother-in-law and my dad, we do the Fix-It Clinic here. And on Monday, this coming Monday, we do have a Fix-It. So if you've got broken small appliance, lamps, electronics, mobile devices, small furniture, fans, bring it and we'll attempt to fix it there. So you can sign up down at the front desk. There's a sign-up sheet for different slots there, 15-minute slots. I mentioned that this is being recorded, and so if you miss one or want to revisit any of the presentations, you can go out to the Carondelet website, and so it's at CarondeletVillage.org, or if you do a Google search for Carondelet Village, you'll find the CarondeletVillage.org. Once you're there, go to the Tech Help, and under the Tech Help, there's resources. On here. What's going on here? Let me get back here. Not sure what. The cable must have jiggled a little there. Okay, the calendar of the future presentations, the resources, an FAQ, and you can even ask a question. Let me just check something out here, make sure we're still recording here. Yeah, looks like it's still recording there. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's get to our main topic, which is scams and cyber threats. Technology has made scams more convincing and more dangerous. We all need to take steps to better protect ourselves. And the secret weapon, there isn't any piece of software, there isn't any black box, there isn't a shield that you can put around yourself. The secret weapon against all these scams is you. It's all of you and the knowledge to look out for these scams and use some of the tips that we'll talk about. But you're the one that really can prevent the scams here. And what we're all trying to do is we're trying to minimize, monitor, and manage our way to better safety of our data that we have, our identity, and especially our money. Nobody wants to lose any one of those, but the scammers are trying to get all of that from us. Artificial intelligence, in this case, is not made it easier with scammers. It's made it easier for scammers. It's not made it easier for us. AI makes it harder to know what's real. Both in turn, well, we'll talk about some of those things, but scammers can use AI to create fake messages, fake voices, fake videos, and fake images. So it makes it that much harder to find out some of these scams and that. They use these fakes on social media. They may use it on websites. They may use it on text messages that you get, emails that you get, to trick you into thinking that you're providing your information to somebody that you trust. And that's their whole point, is to do this. With information about you out on social media and in data breaches, it's easy to make their appeal even more convincing and personalized. So because there's all these data breaches with addresses, with phones and things like that, the email may contain information about you, and you start thinking, well, yeah, this is something that my bank would know, but it's really the scammer that's trying to gain your trust so that you give them a password or access to your bank account. Okay, before we go in there, let's talk about scammers. What do scammers target? And there are generational vulnerabilities. And it's quite interesting, or at least I found it interesting. The younger group, the Gen Z people, which are 18 years old to 28 years old, usually are targeted with employment scams. And we'll talk about all these different scams in a minute, but they're usually targeted with employment scams. Quick cash, FOMO, fear of missing out. So if they can say, well, you missed out on buying cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, have I got a new one for you to invest in? Remote work opportunities is another big scam for them. Online purchase fraud and cryptocurrency. A lot of these scams happen on Instagram and TikTok. They're the group that it's most scammed. So a lot of people will say seniors are more scammed and stuff like that than any other group. But actually, it's Gen Zs are more scammed than any other group. But because they have such little money in their bank accounts or stuff like that, they tend not to lose that much money just because they don't have it. But they're clicking on everything, and they're thinking, no, somebody sent them free money or a free gift, and they'll click on it. Okay, the next group is millennials, 29 to 44. They're usually caught with investment scams, crypto, and employment scams, especially on text messages, social media, and spoofed emails. The next group is Gen X, 45 to 60. They get caught with almost the same group of scams, investment, crypto, and employment, but they also get caught with romance fraud. Boomers and seniors, so 55 and above, that's everyone in here. They get caught with investment, crypto, romance, friendship, home improvement scams. These scams tend to take longer to pull off, but they lead to a bigger payday for the scammers, especially since the boomers and the seniors typically have more money than any of these other groups here. So it's the trusting nature that this group has, the fear of technology, that somebody's always hacking into their accounts, or I don't trust the bank because they've got problems. And then the third reason is social isolation. They're looking to make connections, and if you get connected with somebody who's running a scam, it usually doesn't end well. So let's talk about scams in general, and there's a number of different categories of scams. we'll start talking a little bit about charity scams, and also interspersed with this is some tips to protect you or what to watch out for. These charity scams, you tend to get messages appear to come from legitimate charities, and they ask for donations, which they pocket. Doesn't end up with the organization that you think it does. These fraudsters are especially active after a natural disaster or emergency, when people are highly motivated to give. Beware of copycat names of well-known organizations. So you have different organizations like American Red Cross. Well, they can create a site that's or a charity that's called the American or the Red Cross of America. Well, it sounds like it's American Red Cross, but it's not. It's a completely different organization. People send money to it or click, and they're giving it to a scammer there. Beware of copycat names, as I mentioned. If you want more information on the charity scams, check out the past presentation I did on this in April of 2024. And that's out on the Carondelet website and other deals. I gave a number of resources that a person can use to check out how charitable is an organization. Is it registered with the Better Business Bureau? How much of their money goes to the organization, or is it 95% to the organization and only 5% ends up going to the true cause that you have? So there's some good resources in that presentation on that. Okay, another very common scam is a category called bank scams. And bank scams create fake versions of bank websites is almost effortlessly to create for a scammer. So if you bank at U.S. Bank, I can make a website look exactly like U.S. Bank. So you think you're logging into U.S. Bank, you think you're seeing an account, you think you're giving them information and that, when in the reality is you've logged into a completely different website and you've now given them your accounts and passwords and things like that. They attempt to trick people into giving away their accounts and passwords on these fake sites. With stolen credentials, they usually try and drain your bank accounts, steal your personal information, and just sell those or just sell those credentials to other scammers to pull off. They also may call you, and when the caller ID, if you have caller ID on your phone or on a smartphone, it may say U.S. Bank. Well, that's because they can spoof that, and they can make it look like they're calling from any number in the world. So it's easy for them to fool people into thinking they're getting a call from their bank or financial institution when they aren't. Never click on a link or a button in an email. If you do think that there may be a problem with your account or invalid charge or something like that, if you have a phone or a laptop, use the app that you may have used in the past, or the bookmark that is a valid bookmark. Use that to go out and check your U.S. Bank or check one of these sites there. That way you know it's safe and you're going to the right place there. Never give financial information to anyone. These are some examples here down in the bottom left. Here's a text message. Wells Fargo Bank fraud alert. Did you attempt to purchase at Walmart $1,263? Reply yes or no. Don't reply at all. Don't do anything there. If you think that this is a good message or coming from Wells Fargo, go out to the app, go out to the website with the valid links that you know, or give them a call on the phone and check it out. But don't click on links like this. And this is another common one where it'll say identity verification is required on your checking account due to some unusual activity. Verify with the link. And then they have a link. And again, too many people end up clicking on it and doing it. Actually got the mic right here. Oh, it's a little low. Yeah, I can't get it up any higher. Then I have to hold it, unfortunately. Let's see if I can get it any higher here. One, two, one. Okay, I'll try and crick my neck here a little bit. Yeah, so here's another example here. We notice multiple failed logins to your account. And as a precaution, click on this and confirm the information there. So they'll send this out to like 1 million people, and they'll start sending it out, let's say, to all, it'll be a U.S. bank account. Well, not everybody has a U.S. bank account, but guess what? There's hundreds of thousands of people that have a U.S. bank account. So those people may respond back, and they're just counting on a small percentage of people clicking on it and giving them information for them to make money. Okay, another scam is social media. Maybe I'll try and just hold it, because yeah, I guess cricking my neck there doesn't work too well. Social media friend request. Anytime you get a new friend request on social media, especially on Facebook, ask yourself, do I really know this person? What does this person want from me? Generally, it's best to turn down requests from strangers, as they might be seeking personal information or intending a fraud attempt. Don't trust anybody and don't trust anyone who is that they can claim to be anybody online there. Yeah, let's give that a try there. Let's see if. Okay, I'll turn 1 second here. I'll switch and turn this off. There we go. Okay, hopefully we got, yeah, I think this one we don't have the feedback there a little bit. So yeah, don't trust anybody who claims to be a friend of yours. It may be a scammer, it may be anybody there. Especially on Facebook and some of these other accounts, you can clone the account of a friend. And that's a common practice where somebody will clone or make an exact copy with the same pictures, the same name, and then they'll try and friend people there. And once they become a friend, then they'll start sending them messages saying, yesterday I made $1,000 by buying Bitcoin. Do you want to know how I made that? And a number of the friends will respond, yeah, tell me about it there. Can you show me? And that's unfortunately what the scammers will do then, is take your money there. So you want to be very careful who you friend, that it really is the person who you think it is there. And you'll see a text like this, are you busy? This is a person that you may not know at all. You get a text or an email. And so this person, being Minnesota nice, says, who is this? And then the person says, oh, this is a number. I thought I'd try it and see. May try and strike up a conversation with you and send him, try and get close to you, and then try and pull you into this whatever scam they're creating. Okay, so let's go on to some other scams there. Another category is dating and romance scam. These are fraudsters will create fake online identities, people again, and look for people open to new relationships. Once trust is formed between the scammer and the scamee there, they'll ask for money or sensitive information. Be diligent and keep your details to yourself. Some of the signs is they may profess love quickly, they may ask for money, and they claim the need for money. And unfortunately, if any of you are on sites like the neighborhood site or on Facebook, the local area, unfortunately, a lot of the people posting on there are scammers. And they'll say, oh, I just left my husband from an abusive relationship, and I have no money, and can you send me something? And it's really, they know that there's enough people that'll send them money, and it's a bad situation there. Another form of this is what's called sextortation scam. It starts on any site, app, or messaging platform or game that you may be playing where people meet and communicate, and can be from teens to seniors. The scammer may claim to already have a revealing photo or a video of you. And if they don't have a photo or video, sometimes they'll start gaining trust in a relationship there, and then they'll ask for a nude photo. And they'll say, well, I'll send you a nude photo of me, and they just take a nude photo from the internet, send it to you, and if you send back a photo there, all of a sudden the scammer does have a nude photo of you, and then says, unless you pay me a ransom, I'm gonna expose this. I'm gonna post it out to these other websites and do things. And that can be very hard on a lot of people there. And even if you pay the price to do it, they'll continue to extort additional money from you. This scam has resulted in an alarming number of deaths and suicides, especially in teens and stuff like that. So it's something to be very mindful of. Another category is investment scams. Scammers use dating and messaging apps, social media, or even just the wrong phone numbers. They'll randomly call telephone numbers and hope that somebody answers. When they answer it, they hope to build a relationship and then share their expertise in investing to get you to invest. When you get a request from somebody that you don't know, a natural polite instinct is to respond with a, sorry, you have the wrong person, but that can open the door to fraud if you're responding back to them. If nothing else, you're going to get your name and phone number added to a number of other lists, and you're going to continue to get a lot more calls and emails and information there. What you want to do, if it's from somebody that you don't know, delete the request and mark it as junk to further block that contact. Even if it's an honest mistake, it's safer if you don't answer any of these. Okay, another category is called imposter scam. If you receive a message claiming there was a suspicious purchase on your account, do not respond or call the number listed or click on the link in the email or text. Go directly to the company's website or the app, if you have an app on your phone or tablet, and go there and check out your order and see what's actually out there. And most of the time you'll find there is no such order out there. It was a scammer trying to get you to click or call their number. Crooks will replicate big brand emails and links that take you to a fraudulent website where they seek personal information or some kind of payment. This is an example here of the scammer created what looks like an Amazon order, an order from Amazon. It's got the same graphic, it's got the same colors, it's got the same layout. And they're counting on the person getting this going, oh, I didn't order an Apple iMac, and it's being shipped. I better click on this button right away and cancel it or tell them that there's a problem with my account. Well, no, that's what the scammer is counting on, you clicking on this. Again, you want to go, you should check with Amazon, but don't use anything in the email. Use the app on your phone or the link that you have in your browser or a telephone number that you may have used before that you know is legitimate and not a scam. Okay, another category is pop-up ads. These suddenly appearing ads have been around for years. Scammers insert code into a pop-up that if clicked or tapped on may download malware to your device. Never click on one unless you're positive it's associated with a legitimate website. This is a variation of it. It's called the computer virus alert or update. These pop-ups claim that your device has been infected with a virus or needs an update. After you click a link or call a fake 1-800 number or that, you may be giving them the criminal remote access to your computer, or at a minimum, you're going to be paying a fee. They may install some malware on your machine. They may ask for a password, or worst case, or not worst case, the least case is they'll sell you useless software that you don't need, or a maintenance or warranty program that you don't need. Never call a number listed on one of these pop-ups or click on any of the links that are in there. If you're having problems that suggest a computer virus, talk to a friend or talk to a reputable computer support tech person to see. This is an example showing Microsoft. It looks official. It's got a Microsoft logo. It's got a 188 number. It's got some buttons to click on. But Microsoft never pops up a message like this. But a number of people who see it think that their machine has a problem and that they have to call the number to get their machine because they weren't able to close the window or they were having some other problems. They think that their machine is already infected when it isn't. Okay, another category is local phone calls from numbers that you're familiar with or that are in your same area code. Free software exists to let any scammer falsify the caller ID number that appears on your phone. So I could make it look like I'm from U.S. Bank giving you a call or the Social Security Administration giving you a call. Just because it says that does not mean that it actually came from the Social Security. It's easy to fake that. So criminals might use a number that looks similar to yours or your bank's number and give you a call and say they're from the IRS or Medicare or the police department to get you to answer. Let all suspicious calls go to your voicemail. Note that federal agencies will never call you or ask for your Medicare or Social Security number or any other identifiers. Almost half the people that McAfee, who makes an antivirus program, say that they or somebody that they know have received a text or phone call from a scammer pretending to be from the IRS or a state tax agency. Another category is fake jobs. Criminals get your personal information through phony job ads or emails. You're told you've got the job. Congratulations, you've got the job. You just have to fill out the paperwork. That paperwork includes filling in your Social Security number and your bank routing information so that your checks are going to be sent to the right place there. Some of the fake jobs will even ask you to pay for training or useless certification or to cover shipment costs for equipment that they're going to send you. You're going to be able to work from home and you're going to make $300,000 a year and we'll get you started there. Well, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Okay, another category is UPS package or EasyPass scams. You get a text or an email asking for a small payment or click the link for more information if it's an error. The scammers are after your personal or credit card information and they fool thousands of victims every day. So you get a message and it says, you must have been in Chicago lately and here's a toll road charge of $8. If it's not you, click on this link. And people think, oh, yeah, it wasn't me. I wasn't in Chicago. I wasn't there. I'm going to click on the link. Well, the link says, in order to reverse the charge, we need your credit card number. And the person puts in their credit card number and hits enter. Well, guess what? You never had a charge on your credit card, but you will have a bunch of charges after you give them your credit card number because they're going to start charging fake things to you right away. Okay, another category, it's called CAPTCHA malware. CAPTCHA is the way that it determines are you a robot or aren't you a robot. You have to click on or match things or do stuff like that. A website asks you to prove that you're not a robot, but instead wants you to click and run malware. So sometimes if you click on these rogue sites or that, you're giving it permission to download malware to your computer or to your phone. Never follow instructions given on a website without first thinking it through first. Why is this popping up? What's it doing? Have you seen it before? Is this something new? You have to really be aware there. Job scams, fake job postings and work from home schemes that ask for upfront payments for training and material. They may steal personal information from you and ask you to send them money. Investigate the employer yourself. Insist on face-to-face meetings with either online or in person. Buying item scams. You look at a site like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace for a new couch and you find an amazing deal. When you contact the seller, they say, they say to you, it's first come and you need to pay now. If you submit the money via a digital payment app, like Venmo or Cash App or a number of PayPal, a number of different places, you risk the seller disappearing with it and you'll be stuck sitting on the floor without a new couch. Fake items for sale are especially tempting if the item is rare or expensive, like a collectible or even a car. Never pay for a product sight unseen, even if the deal seems too tempting to pass up. If you're looking for tickets to Taylor Swift or to the Vikings or to the Twins, some people like to go out on these other sites and they think they're going to get the best deal. Frequently, those are all scams. You want to get it from a reputable secondary ticket market like StubHub or Ticketmaster, because these other sites are just full of scammers waiting there to take your money. Then you get to the ballpark or the event and you try and go in and they go, this isn't a valid ticket. So it's been sold 20 times. There's 20 people with the same seat there. Check the buyer profile for past transactions and when the account was created for red flags. The opposite of that, so that was buying. If you're selling an item, you post something for sale and a buyer responds right away. Excuse me. Little tickle. Only accept cash, no check or Zelle or Venmo or other instant payment methods that lack protection for you. Never accept a payment for more than the purchase price, and then the scammer may ask you, I've got a cashier's check for $500, you're selling this for $200, you cash my $500 check, send me $200 back and I'll buy your item for $200 and give you an extra $100 for the inconvenience. Well, that's one of the oldest scams out there, because it turns out the cashier's check is not protected. So in a week, your bank comes back and says, this check bounced, you're out $500. Okay, another one is vacation or timeshare scams. You pay upfront money and then a yearly fee for a condo rental or a cruise. Some provide promotional prizes. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Excuse me. Accidental payment scam. You receive a payment from somebody you don't know. Then somebody contacts you to say that the payment was a mistake, asking you to return the money. Being a good citizen, you send the stranger back their money. So let's say it was $500. You send it back $500. However, those funds may have been stolen in the first place using somebody else's credit card or bank account. And what happens is you're going to be on the hook then for the full amount. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you can just set it up there. Thank you. Okay, those are the major categories of scams. Let's look at some additional tips. Red flags, red flags. Unexpected contact. If you get anything from your bank or anything that you aren't expecting, be super suspicious of it. So if it's unexpected, be very suspicious. To a scammer, everything is going to be urgent. They want you to react right away. They want you to be fearful. They want you to be emotional. They want you thinking you're getting some type of payment or your account has been broken into. They'll use all these different methods there. Can be a threatening situation or an unusual payment. The first thing you should do is pause. Don't act. Get a second opinion. The need for speed is a scam ripoff. Call a trusted friend if you think you're caught up in a scam. 2 heads are always better than 1. I'm Thomas. I invite all of you. You have to be all doubting Thomases. Be skeptical of all requests and the source of that request. So you have to question everything. If it involves crypto ATMs, cash apps, or gift cards, scammers prefer these because they have fewer protections for buyers compared with payment options like a credit card. And the transaction is largely irreversible. You've lost that money. Be wary of celebrities selling products or services. With the use of AI, anyone can create a website or an ad that says this is sponsored by this person or Oprah approves this is on her most favorite things. Well, it never was on her most favorite things, but they know that a number of people are going to click on it if they use a picture of Oprah and they make these claims. With the use of AI, it's very easy to create videos and certainly images, and they put them out on social media all the time. Never give anyone who contacts you information like your date of birth, your address, your social security number, financial details, or anything there. Don't rely on caller ID or the email address. They can easily be spoofed or faked, so you don't want to rely on that. Do a Google search. If you get a message, do a Google search, copying the text from the message and add the word scam is a quick check. So if you get something that says you're part of a class action lawsuit and you're going to get $100, all you have to do is click on this, do a Google search to see if it really is, if it's a scam or if it's something that's real there. That's the easiest thing that you can do there. I subscribe to a number of podcasts, and this is a nice podcast from AARP, and their podcast is called The Perfect Scam. Every week they have a half hour to an hour show where they outline a scam and what went on and how it was detected and that. They also offer online and local classes on a wide variety of tech classes. Okay, now we'll take a look at some sample emails. These are actually emails that I've received. So let's go here and let me pull up. This is my Gmail. Now, these came in my inbox and I've saved them in a folder. I don't recommend that you save your scam letters, and I don't recommend that you open them up, but I enjoy looking at them and sharing them with people, so I have shared a bunch over the last year here, and we'll just kind of take a look at some of the more common ones here. So here's one, payment declined. How many have gotten that one, that your payment has been declined? Okay, this one says, final notice, your photos and videos will be deleted unless you take action. It says your cloud storage may be full. Photos, videos, and Drive are no longer being updated. Free, oh, this is interesting. They're going to give me free storage. Well, why are you even asking me if you're going to give me free additional storage here? But they know that if they just ask for money or that, they might not get you. But if you click on this, you'll be asked to enter in your account and your password. and now you've given the scammer your information. So don't do that. Okay, here's another one, supposedly from Microsoft Teams, and it talks about you've been added as a guest to your recent PayPal invoice for an Apple iPhone 17 has been successfully submitted and is pending automatic processing. So they're trying to get you to call that number or to click on the link, and again, they'll scam you there. They're in most cases using graphics that look like it came from Microsoft and giving information there. Let's go through here. Reimbursement approved. Well, this is interesting. Here I'm getting it. I don't even know what company this is. Looks like a person's name there, but obviously it's got to be good because it's got a billing ID, a long number, a reference number, and an e-receipt number. And it's got an attachment. Maybe I should click on this attachment and open it up. Again, you don't want to click on anything. You don't want to open it up. And usually they'll try and get you to click and enter in information for an account there. Let's take a look at this one, Josephina. Oh, this is it. She's ideas to discuss. Hello, beloved. Maybe I went to school with her years ago. I don't know. Maybe I should click on that and see there. I want your assistance with the ability to handle large projects. Again, don't click on these things. Be very, very skeptical. Be that doubting Thomas. Here's one. Oh, well, they blocked my account now. Payment attempt failed when renewing your cloud storage subscription. Your photos and videos will be deleted. It's kind of funny because when these originally started coming out, they were almost all saying iCloud. And iCloud is the Apple cloud where stuff is backed up to. But they found if they just said cloud, most people will be confused. So if you have a Microsoft device or if you use any of the cloud services, this just means something out in the cloud is going to delete whatever you have out there. So they're saying the payment method has expired. And people get caught up with this because they recognize that they probably have a credit card. That credit card has an expiration date. They may have had to sign up for storage at some time. So could this be valid? Well, not if you really read it closely in that. But again, they're trying to get you to react right away without reading it. That you have to react right away, otherwise it's going to be deleted. So if you wanted to call somebody or do something, no, you better act on this right away there because it has an expiration date. And that's usually today's date or tomorrow's date. And they want you to click and do this right away. Cash App. Oh, congrats. You received a $1,000 payment there. This is great. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. I've got $1,000 there. The only thing I have to do is confirm it. Well, they can't be scamming me out of anything. They're confirming it. They probably just want a bank account to put that $1,000 in. That can't be wrong. So it'd be kind of nice. I mean, they've got my name, they've got my email. Go, that sounds good there. I'm $1,000 ahead. Here's another one, Amazon. Oh, you received a payment of $500 in Amazon gift card. This is kind of easy to tell because the message says $500 US dollars. And down here in the graphic, it says 500 pounds. I think I'd rather have a 500 pounds. That's worth more than $500. So maybe I should click on this and tell them I want the pounds, not the dollars there. But Amazon's going to give me $500. So what am I up? I've got $1,000 and I've got I'm up $1,500 so far. it pays to read your emails. And it just says click here, and all I have to do is claim it. Oh, here's PayPal. Now I use PayPal, and oh gee, if you want to continue making payments, you better contact us right away. Otherwise, I won't be able to use PayPal there. Well, again, they're trying to get you to big long letter, and who wants to read it? People are just usually going to click on a link, and then it's going to probably ask for your PayPal account and your PayPal password. And then you can expect bad things to start happening. Oh, here's an interesting one from the IRS. It's got to be official. It's got two flags and it says IRS. Oh, they've been trying to reach you many times. Please confirm receipt. Federal tax settlement announces 2025 tax debt relief. Be free of tax debt. Solves all of your problems. All I have to do is click here. I wonder how much money I'm going to save there. But it's pending confirmation, so I better click on that right away and get that going. Payment declined. This is the typical one, the early one where it did say iCloud storage is full. And I get a number of people who do have Apple products, and they're scared by this. So they're going to lose their photos, they're going to lose stuff, and oh, gee, your account is going to be closed within 48 hours. Although, if you look here, they don't do a real good job of spelling. So these are very, very lazy scammers, but I guarantee you they fool, unfortunately, thousands of people. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep sending them out, but they continue to get people clicking on stuff and filling out stuff. Let's see. Oh, see, it's my lucky day. I'm up $1,500 in money that they gave me. This, she's with the student loan debt department. They're going to forgive my college tuition. This is great. This is great. I didn't even take out a loan, but if they're going to forgive it, that'd be awful nice of them to forgive it. All I have to do is click here and answer a few questions or give them a call. I guess this one's call this 877 number, and you can call anytime between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's great. See, you can make so much money by looking at your emails there. Let's see. Here's another $1,000. Oh, I'm up $2,500 there. Balance is put out here. All I have to do is confirm it. Looks like an official check even. Let's see if we got... this one, this is the big one. See, I saved this one. Oh, who cares about that $2,500? This I get $2.5 million has been approved by the board. Now this is almost as bad as the the Nigerian prince or king there that has money and needs your help to transfer it. He's willing to give you money there. So all you have to do is give him a credit card number and a little bit of information, your full name, address, and postal code, and then you'll get a call and they'll figure out how to get the money to you there. So there's all these different ones. Here's one even from Experian. Experian is a legitimate company, but this is a scammer's email saying that they're from Experian, and they found my address out on the dark web. And a potential breach of that urgent, you should click on this and check it out right away. Well, again, it's that if you look at those red flags or telltale signs, that sense of urgency, you've got to react right away. You have to click on a link or call a number or do this. Those are all red flags that you. Yeah, the name, and again, this email address can be spoofed or faked. So in one of the early presentations I've done, this goes back years ago, I'd send them an email from Barack Obama at whitehouse.gov. I can use their sites out there where I can make it look like it came from any email in the world, because there is no verification process saying that the name or what you see here is where it actually came from. It doesn't work that way. The internet doesn't work that way. And so these addresses, the email addresses, can be faked and spoofed any way that you want them. And unfortunately, scammers use that. Okay, let's see. That's probably enough of that. Let's go back here. Get to our final slide here. So it's easy to feel that scams and threats are beyond hope, but don't give up hope. Hopefully with the techniques and the flags to look for and the scams, you are the most important feature or function to make sure that you don't get caught in any of these scams. There isn't a magic software program, there isn't a magic black box, there isn't a button that you can push to get rid of everything. It's just always been out there. I used to, or I think one of the first scams, I say to people, scams have always been here, even before we had computers. And one of the scams that I'd bring up is, how many people remember The Music Man, the movie The Music Man? Okay, what do we have? We got trouble right here in River City. And then those poor kids are delinquent kids. But guess what? There's Henry Higgins here to solve the problem. And to solve the problem, all we've got to do is create a band. And to create that band, I need you to buy instruments. And I need you to buy all this stuff. And scammers have been around forever, coming up with these ideas, finding ways to get people's trust, to get the money. The internet has made it a lot easier, and but it also can help you to check out some of these things and to also identify. So we all just have to be careful on that. Okay, that's the end of the slides. Questions, comments? Yes?
In regards to school email, does it still work to hover over the email address that it came from to get the real address that it came from?
Yeah, I'll repeat it for the people online or for the recording. The question was, when you're looking at an email, can you hover over it? So let's say, like in this case, here's Medicare here, and here's Medicare. Well, you can hover over, but that's just going to, depending on the email package you're using, it's just going to show me this name here. I can spoof that to say anything that I want, any name that I want. No, and the reason it can't show the real one behind it is because of the way the internet is set up. Anyone can send an email and anyone can receive an email. So there isn't one mailbox that everything goes through and it makes sure that everything that was put in the mailbox came from this address and is delivered to this other address. It doesn't work that way. So these information that's here can be changed anywhere along the whole process. And like I said, I can make it say whitehouse.gov, put in anybody's name. I can make it say Medicare and do things. Unfortunately, you can look at it a little bit, but the scammers know that people are starting to look at it, so they will fudge that or fake it so that people start thinking it's really true there. And so if I get a message like this from Medicare.gov, I never click on anything in here. I'll read it, and this does look like a legitimate message from Medicare.gov, I have a bookmark in my browser that I go out to Medicare. I can go out to Medicare and I can look up if there's a statement or if there's a message or whatever. I can go out there. I go out there that way. I'm not clicking on links and counting on this being true there. And especially if it's bank related or financial related, they'll especially take advantage of that. Okay? Any other questions? We just all have to be careful on what you click on. And oh, there's a question. Yes.
When you get the thing that says, prove that you are not a robot, do you just ignore that?
No, and where I'm filling out a form or creating a login and it says prove that you're a human, when it pops up when I'm doing that 99% of the time is legitimate and correct. When you're just surfing the web, going from site to site or going out to Facebook, and a message pops up and it says, confirm that you're not a robot there, that's a red flag because you weren't trying to log into a site. You weren't trying to put in information. So you just have to be a little mindful of what you were doing, that it really should, that it is something, part of the process to log in or that. Okay? And that's especially true of any of the pop-up ads. So the pop-up ads, people will say, well, let me back up a little bit. At 3M, when I was working at 3M, we had a number of viruses, and one of them came from people going out to the CNN website. You go out to the CNN website, what do you see? You see pop-up ads. These pop-up ads, scammers buy pop-up ads because you can buy a million pop-up ads for $20. And the pop-up ad will pop up and they're counting on somebody clicking on it. And if they get one or two people clicking on it, they've made money. They've made money. So they do it because people click on it. And when you click on it, it could be downloading malicious software, and it could be doing all kinds of things. And so even, being as cautious as you can be, going out to reputable websites and watching what you click on, you still can run into some of these things. So we just all have to be cautious there of what's going on. Any other questions or comments? Yes.
Yeah, well, thanks. I learn something every time I hear you do this. So is it getting our younger people or people that are using computers more than some of us, are they getting more savvy about this kind of scammy sort of thing?
Yeah, the question was, are people getting better at identifying some of this stuff? Yes and no. The younger generation, that slide that I had with the millennials and the Gen X and stuff like that, will show that the younger generation actually clicks on more of this stuff because they don't want to slow down. They just want to immediately get something, or they see that they won $100 or $1,000. They'll click on it because they think, gee, Bill Gates is giving away $1,000 to everyone who clicks on this. Life doesn't work that way. But it fools people and they click on it, and the scammers know the psychology to get people to click on it, and artificial intelligence just makes it easier and easier to do because you used to be able to tell a lot of these scams by the spelling and the pronunciations and stuff like that. But now a decent scammer is going to run that through AI and clean it up. So it's going to be harder and harder to tell some of these things. And I had a presentation, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, on fake news. And it's kind of the same thing with fake news. Fake news isn't so much people scamming you, other than somebody wants to make money. They make money by having you click and go to their website or look at information there. The number of clicks equates to the number of dollars that YouTube will pay and what will be done there. So and because there's money to be made, you end up with people with all these different scams and stuff. And a good scammer can make hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, because unfortunately people keep clicking and people keep calling the 188 numbers, and it's an issue there that we all have to protect ourselves. Okay? Okay, any last question or anything? Well, thanks for coming, and protect yourself. Okay?